Hi guys, welcome to the channel, and today we're going to be carrying on our series on the cycle of development, and we will be focusing on the being stage with its jobs and some observable behaviors. So before we kind of get into it, we're just going to recap quickly the being stage. So we said it was from 0 to 6 months. That's when it first comes up, and kind of three main statutes or things that really underpin it, which is the child to feel valued, for the child to have their needs met, and for the child to really belong. And then we spoke about in the stage that there are some developmental tasks. And before we get into the actual tasks, I just want to paint a picture. Firstly, I really see these tasks, you could really see them as bricks or puzzles or the roots of a tree. And what I really love about this model is whether the person has this particular piece or part of the tree missing, there's always an opportunity later on to really give that child or that person the ability to learn that task that they may have missed out of due to circumstances that were maybe outside of their control. So yeah, let's get into it. So if we're going to look at some of the tasks, we'll start off by talking about the first one, which is to call for care. So again, if we're looking at it from the eyes of a baby, i.e. the being stage, this is literally a child crying and knowing that someone will come. So I'm crying because my nappy's wet. I'm crying because I'm hungry, so on and so forth. Another task that the child needs to learn is they need to learn to trust a caring adult. And I really gauge trust by repetition. A child needs to find that person that if they repeatedly call upon them, if they repeatedly call for care, will this person really give me what I need? So again, this is something that the child learns to do within the being stage. The child also needs to decide to live and to be. This is something that is very, very important. The child needs to feel that their life is actually worth living, that there is actually a point to their existence, and that them being here, them being a part of the family unit actually brings something which is noticeable. Again, another task is them accepting nurture. And I really see nurture as just anything that really benefits the child in their emotions, physically, or behaviorally. So anything in those kind of three spheres, it's important for the child to learn to accept that. Another task that the child has is they need to learn how to accept touch. And again, I preface this by saying acceptable touch, i.e. hugs, kisses, pats on the head, so on and so forth. And then the last one, which I will dwell on just a little bit, is the child has to learn the importance of how they feel and the value of how they feel. And if we look at it through the lens of a young child, if a child is maybe crying because they are in a cold room, or maybe they're crying because the way they are in the cot is uncomfortable, they need to feel that the way that they feel is important and has the ability to move the carer or the guardian or the person that is in their care. So again, how they feel has to be important. And again, with these tasks, there are some things that we can look at that may indicate to us that maybe someone is having some sort of difficulties in this area. And again, I just want to really make it clear that when we're looking at these behaviours, we're looking at strategies that people had to do to keep themselves safe and to get their needs met. These behaviours were the best things that people could do in order to get their needs met. So I really want to kind of underpin everything we're going to talk about kind of going forward with that. So starting with the first thing that we may see is we may see someone that really finds it challenging to ask for help. And this is twofold. It could be someone that finds it difficult to ask for help because at a very young age, when they did ask for help, i.e. crying, making noises, no help came. On the flip side, this could actually be a young person that never actually was given the opportunity to make noise or actually ask for anything because everything was always given to them. They were always fed, even sometimes when they weren't hungry. They were always held. They were always checked on continually over and over and over to the point where they may now feel that there's no need to ask for help because everything I need is going to be done for me. So again, that is one behavior that we may see. We may also see people that may have trust issues. And again, this could literally be someone that maybe has called out as a baby or as a young person, and the person who was put in their care may have abused their position and not given them appropriate touch, or may have not given them what they needed, i.e. if they're hungry, they may have been told to be quiet. If they were in need of a hug, they may have been told, go sit in the corner. The next behavior that we'll look at is we may see someone that attention seeks quite a lot. And again, what I want to make clear is this is destructive attention seeking, i.e. maybe trashing rooms, trashing houses, vandalism, anything that seeks to get attention in an unhealthy way. We may also notice people that are really withdrawn and really kind of keep themselves to themselves. This could literally be down to a real lack of value and a real lack of knowing that people want to see them. And the last one we're going to talk about is we may see someone that puts themselves in danger. This danger could be anything from playing with inappropriate stuff or just running recklessly onto roads, so on and so forth. And a lot of this stuff is really birthed from a place of not feeling that their existence is worth anything. And if my existence is not worth anything, then I subconsciously may put myself on a death sentence and intentionally put myself into different situations where my life may be threatened. So these are some of the behaviors that we may observe that may give us an indication that there may be some challenge within the being stage. But all is not lost, because in our next video, we will be diving into some affirmations within the being stage. And we're going to be looking at things that we can say and do that can really unlock the missing pieces in the being stage that the young person may be missing. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and I'll see you next week.